Alright, so we're coming back to the include and the required. Now, let's say for instance, we have some files that we want to add to a PHP file, but the file is another page, like we add the test.getPHP. Let's say we have some script written in text.php that we want to reveal on our index.php, but we don't want to go through the pain of writing all the codes on the same index.php. So we can use our include or required to add a file to a page. So let's go ahead and see how we can do that. If we go to our text editor, let's clear out. Alright, so we're coming back to our text editor and we're having our include and required. Now, I've already created a file called footer where I have the copyright and the date, starting date and ending date. And we can come back to and I want this footer to be included in the page. It's quite simple. We use the include function and we put it in a quote and get the exact location where it is. So I can do this and go to my browser and reload. I will see that it is already included. So let's say we have multiple files. Let me create another file and call it, save it as header.php, and I call this let me say I write it and say an echo let's say welcome to include section. I write it there, and this is going to be our header. So we can also, just like we did for that, we can also come and say include header. So we can come and see welcome to, okay, I didn't put a breaking tag. I can echo a break tag between them. I can echo a break tag so it doesn't float, and say welcome to include section, and we have the copyright. So by default, this shows that the header and footer has been included, whereas you can have so many other different things between the header and the footer. So this is used for when you have multiple web pages or multiple scripts that you want to be included in a file, but you don't want to take the pain of having to code everything on a single script to not make it too cumbersome. You can have it on another file and include it in your current PHP file. So now for the required is also doing the same function of the include, but just that include would work whether it is there or not. If you include a file that is not found, let's say I include foot. Let's go ahead and see what is going to be there. It's going to say include foot failed to open no such file. That is, it can't find the file called foot.php. But let's say I make it required. And I wrote, is saying what? Uncaught error, failed to open required foot.php. So it can't find the also, but look at the error are different. Let's say this foot is placed before the code. If I come and require, and I require it before the script starts, what happens? It fails the whole page. It tells me I can't find it and the whole page doesn't load. But if it's an include I put, what happens? It tells me I can't find the include, but it still displays the other one. So a require field is used to validate, or it does not load the page or everything after it if it fails, whereas the include will still continue to load the page even though it can't find the include file. So it's quite easy, or it's more important to know the difference between include and required. And when you want a page to load with the presence of another page compulsorily, you can use the required, such that if the file is missing and the required field is there, the page will not load. So the require and the include are to ensure that all your work are set before you go into production. All right.